Hi, welcome to Moonbeam's Messages. My name's Becky. This is the collective reading for Sagittarius for the finance reading. This is a collective reading. Now, as it is collective, not everything will resonate for everyone. Please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If you don't find any messages in this video for yourself, please check your other placements. You may find a message there. Now, this is a timeless reading. So it's likely to be relevant for yourself when it does fall into your feed, but it could be related to your past, present or future. Today is the 21st of July, but like I say, whenever it falls into your feed is when it should be relevant for yourself. If you do like today's read, please hit that like and subscribe. It will help pass the message on to anybody that needs to hear it. Okay. So let's get into your reading. Now, as always, I'm not a financial advisor, so if you do want proper or qualified financial advice, please go and seek a qualified professional. This is just simply some messages that Spirit would like to relay with regards to financial situations that many of you Sagittarius may find yourself in. So, Spirit, can we get some cards, please, for the current financial circumstances for Sagittarius? Please can we get some cards for Sagittarius, Spirit? Thank you. Okay, that's half a deck. I only want one or two cards at a time, please, Spirit. Thank you. One more card, please, Spirit. Okay, so on the bottom of the deck we do have the Fool, and now that is in the reverse at the moment. I do apologise if I'm not getting the cards quite close enough for you. I am still working out the angles, and normally when I get too close they get all blurry. So yeah, please bear with me while I'm still working out the distance, because I do keep changing the camera to try and get a better angle for the reads. Right, so you may, in the past as well as now, you may be ruled by emotional spending. You might be a bit of an emotional spender, and it may have got you into the odd issue where you may have overspent. You could be somebody that is what do we call it? Therapy shopping? Is that what it is? I can't even remember what the word is. I know we normally use it quite a lot. But yeah, so somebody that might, shop to make you happy, or could even be that just spending in general, depending on what mood you're in. If you're happy, you might spend money. If you're sad, you might spend money. It could even be that you could also depend on what type of things make you spend money. You might be an emotional eater. If you're depressed, you might go and buy a load of takeaways. You could be a drinker. That obviously any emotional swings could influence that as well, which is automatically going to influence your spending. Now, you could be somebody that also saves a lot, depending on your emotions. So you could be somebody that could be either way, It could be that you're either, if you're sad, you don't want to spend anything. If you're happy, you don't want to spend anything. It could be one or the other. You're either doing a lot of spending because of your emotions, or you're not spending at all because of your emotions. Now, in your current position, we do have the Hanged Man. So that suggests to me that at the moment then, you are potentially you're not really looking at things, and you're in a bit of a difficult situation potentially with your finances. You don't really look at where you're spending money out. You're not really doing anything to help it. Now, if that was in the reverse, you are somebody that is very thrifty. Sorry, not in the reverse. If it was in the upright, you'd be somebody that's very thrifty and can make a profit out of anything. But this is in the reverse. So this is telling me that you know, you're not very good at making things be profitable. Maybe you are somebody that would buy a big posh car, spend tons of money on it, and then go and, when you get bored of it, sell it for 50 quid, maybe. You know, you don't have any real return out of things. It's also suggesting that you might not know how to manage your money very well, or how to put it, you don't know how to evaluate where you're spending in order to cut down spending there. Maybe you are a shopaholic that will refuse to go into a charity shop, or a thrift store, as they call it in America, isn't it? We call them charity shops in the UK mostly. Oh, and we've got pound shops as well. I'm not sure what the difference is. But yeah, so to clarify that Hangman, then we've got the Priestess. That would normally be the Hierophant in, which is weird. So we've got the High Priestess and the Hierophant in a normal traditional tarot deck. In this particular deck, we've got the Priest and the Priestess. The Priest would be the High Priestess in the traditional tarot, and the Priestess in this particular deck is the Hierophant in the traditional tarot. I like to make things nice and confusing for everyone. But yeah, so this particular Priestess is suggesting that, again, yeah, you're not managing your resources. You are not checking where you can, or you're not looking to see where you've already got money. You're not doing anything to try and increase your money, or to try and utilize your money that you've already got. Money does come into you quite quickly, and you can make some very good choices, but you are spending it straight out. You're not doing anything to keep it. It's like you might be really successful or just really lucky in general with money coming in, but you're not doing anything with it. You kind of, other than spending it, it comes in one hand, goes straight out the other, kind of thing. This King of Swords is telling you that you need to take a more tactical approach, but it's also saying that you've got high standards, so that could be why you're not being thrifty. Maybe your standards for certain things are very high, so part of what you could be constantly overspending on, maybe you're into designer gear, and you have to have certain brands, certain labels, and that could be why your money will come in and it will go straight back out. Maybe you spend all of your money on one handbag, or one pair of trainers, sneakers, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, because some of them can be, extremely expensive, can't they? So it could very well be that you like to have certain brands, you like to have certain labels, you like to make sure that things are over a certain price when you're going to buy things. You might be looking at going and buying a new TV or a new laptop, but if you want a good one, you might be under the impression that you can't get a good TV or a good laptop for anything less than, £3,000 or £4,000, which is rubbish. You can, but it's just being thrifty and shopping around. But it's suggesting to me then that you don't look at what money you've got, you don't look at your finances, you don't be thrifty, you don't shop around. You do have money coming in, but you're just spending it straight out, straight away. You're not taking very tactical approaches to stuff. You've just got really high standards on the things that you like and what you want to spend your money on. Now, in your blockage position, we've got this Strength card. Now, the Strength card is coming out in a bit of a challenge. It's just coming out to the side for you. Now, that is suggesting to me that you know that you can have a lot of success. Maybe you are self-employed, and you're aware that it does take strength and courage in order to get the success that you need. Maybe it's something where it's a bit challenging for you. Maybe you've not got the quite You've not quite got the strength and the courage that you need to put yourself forward in order to have the success in money. Maybe it's something where you might need to seek some help, maybe to get the strength and confidence in order to not overspend. So I've got a 9 of Wands that's come out in a challenge to clarify. If we get 2 more cards to clarify, please, Spirit. So we've got a 7 of Cups in the reverse, and we've got a Lover's card that came out to the side as well. So that 9 of Wands then is telling me that, again, your investments, you've not really got the courage to invest. So part of your blockage then is that you don't know how to invest your money. Maybe you don't have the strength or the courage to go forward and invest into things. Maybe you've not got the knowledge to invest into things, so you might need to go and meet people or speak with people to do some sort of investment. Maybe you are worried that you won't pick the correct investment. There could be a lot of different things that are going into that. It could very well be that maybe you're looking for a house but you don't know what kind of house you want. Maybe you want a new car but you're not sure what kind of car, or whether you're going to pick a dud. But yeah, it does suggest to me then that you might struggle with making those decisions. Now, the 7 of Cups is about using your intuition. So it does suggest to me that part of your blockage is that you're not using your intuition. So making these decisions would be beneficial if you're using your intuition to do it. The Lovers is also telling me that you struggle to look at what you've got and evaluate what's going on before you make a decision. So it could very well be, again, if you've not got the courage or you've not got the knowledge to decide on what it is that you need or what you want very well, you're not using your intuition to help. So you kind of maybe second guessing yourself or not going for the opportunities that are there available for you because you don't know how to. And you don't know if it's going to be the best decision for you. Maybe you're so stuck in thinking that you've just got to spend your money that you're not actually looking at what it is you're buying. Maybe you're buying something that you think is great and it's designer, but it's complete knockoff and you're not actually evaluating it. It could be that you are, I don't know, buying a phone contract, for instance. Instead of shopping around and evaluating what you're getting, you are kind of just going for the first thing that comes along that you might think is great, or because you've, how do I put it? So in the UK, we've got quite a few different mobile networks: EE, O2, Vodafone, big range of them. Maybe you've been with a particular company for years. And you go, right, I want to have an iPhone and it needs to be on this network, and you want the latest iPhone. But if you were to go with a different network, it could be a lot cheaper for exactly the same package. But you're just stuck in your head thinking, well, I haven't got the courage to go forward to change it and go for something new, so I'm going to stick in what I've got. You're not evaluating, you're not seeing what money you've got, you're not looking at where you can save that money. You just kind of going, oh, well, I'll just go with it anyway. Even if your intuition is telling you, hang on a minute, that's not a good deal, you might find something better somewhere else, you're completely ignoring it. Now, what's contributing to those blockages? So what you've grown up with, or your long-term core beliefs about money that is contributing to that blockage. We've got this Page of Pentacles. Now, that Page of Pentacles is suggesting that you know how to assess what you've got, and you know how to, where to put it, So maybe it's very much if you're going, or saying to yourself, yeah, I've got money, I can spend it on whatever I want. Maybe you've got a lot of disposable income, and instead of investing it, you're just spending it. Because that Page of Pentacles is very much, how do I put it? He's very much somebody that would free up money to spend money. So, you know, you've got money there, what can you move it around to? So maybe this month, any spare money, you might go and buy yourself a new pair of trainers. Maybe next month, what you would have spent on trainers, you'll go and spend on a new phone. Maybe the month after, instead of spending it on a new phone, you'll spend it on a new, I don't know, designer haircut kind of thing. But instead of actually going, I'm going to save that money for a couple of months, I'm going to look at something cheaper, and then I can get two things instead of the one. You're just going, yeah, I've got this money, I'm going to just half-heartedly distribute it and save it, so you spend loads of money one month, loads of money the next month. But instead of shopping around and getting a good deal, you know, you could be saving a good chunk of money as well as still getting what you want. So you're not looking at fully on how you can cut down and where to redistribute. You just know that you can do it, and you do it to a certain extent. So we've got an Eight of Swords that's come out in a challenge position. Can we get two more cards, please, Spirit? Okay, so we've got an Eight of Swords to clarify, along with a Page of Cups and a Queen of Wands. Now, the Eight of Swords came out to the side, the Queen of Wands is in the reverse, that Page of Cups is in the upright. So you may find it a little bit of a challenge then to, again, examine your funds and where they can be freed up. That's what this Eight of Swords is. So you know that you can do it, but it's like you don't want to. You find it too much of a challenge. Maybe you feel that it's really boring to do that, and you just think, no, I'll just do it, get what I want when I want, I don't have to worry about it. The Page of Cups is suggesting that you don't know all the answers either. So that could possibly be why you are doing that the way you're doing it, because you're not searching for anything else. You're not looking for alternatives. You might just be seeing a particular item and going, right, tunnel vision, I want that, without researching to see if you can get it anywhere else for a different price. Or you might not even be looking to see if the product's any good. You might just see it and think, oh, that's pretty, I want it, you know. If it's to do with investments itself, you might not know anything about investments, so you might have to go and see somebody that can help you with that. But you might be somebody that's unwilling to see someone that, you know, for help. Now, this Queen of Wands is also suggesting that you don't give any money to charities. So maybe, again, that's something that you don't do. Maybe it's something where you spend all of your money on yourself and you don't particularly, you know, give any help out to charities for anything. It could very much be that you don't have any money left over to give to charity at all, because of the way that you're spending and distributing your money. Now, what you can do to help improve your current situation, we do have this Eight of Swords. This time it's in the reverse instead of in a challenge position. So this is telling me that, you know, your funds aren't tight. You have got a lot of wiggle room there. You just need to work out, you know, what you're going to do with it. So instead of spending it straight away, do you need to? Can you free some money up? Can you save some money for a rainy day? And can you put some in a savings account, like a high interest one for some big purchase that you might want in a few years' time? You know, can you save it for a luxury holiday somewhere, or a wedding, or honeymoon or just a massive holiday or a big sports car, or, you know, it's kind of, do you need to spend all of it right now? You've got a lot of money coming in. Even if you haven't got a lot of money coming in, it's suggesting that you've got more than you think you have. Maybe you might think you've not got much because of how you're spending it. Can we get 2 more cards, please, Spirit? 1 more card. So we've got a Knight of Pentacles and the Death card so far to clarify that. 1 more card, please. Okay, you give me 2 this time. We've got a 5 of Cups and a 6 of Cups in the reverse as well. So, yeah, Knight of Pentacles and the Death then. And then 5 and 6 of Cups. So that Knight of Pentacles then is suggesting that if you have an influx of money coming from somewhere, so if it's something where you've got a lump of inheritance, maybe you've got a lottery win, maybe you've got a bonus from work, maybe you've just got a new job and you've got more money coming in, maybe you've won some money from a court case and you've got compensation, or maybe you've got insurance money, you know, any kind of lump sum windfall kind of increase in money or that you've got. It's telling me that you need to spend it wisely, and be careful with how you're spending it. Don't just, you know, spend it straight away. It's making sure that you're spending it on the best things for you and not rushing into it, making rash decisions with regards to that. It is telling me that, you know, if it's something where you've potentially been made redundant from work, because this is a card of an end. So if you've got a lump sum coming in, this is telling me that you'll get back into business at some point. So maybe you've had to stop working for some reason and you get a lump sum of money, but it's telling me that, you know, business is going to resume. So maybe you finished a job, you're going into a new job. It could just be that you're taking some time out. Maybe again you might be investing in that big holiday, but it's telling me, you know, you'll get back on track even if you start cutting down. So even if you don't spend all your money straight away, you know, if you don't, you know, you don't need to worry about it because it will continue. You know, you'll keep your money. Business will go on as normal regardless of whether you hold on to your money or spend it. You know, it's just a matter of how much money you've got left over and what are you going to be doing with it. Things aren't going to end. This is suggesting, the 5 of Cups then is telling me that, you know, you are on your way to achieving your goals. And this one, the 6 of Cups, is telling me that, you know, do what feels good for you. Don't forget to give money. So here we've got about not giving to charities. And here it's telling you not to forget to give. So potentially give a little bit of money to charity. If you don't want to give money to charity, maybe give some time or some of your energy to charity. You know, there's nothing stopping you going and donating a bit of your time to work in a charity shop or helping them sort through certain things, work in a soup kitchen. You know, there's loads of different things you can give up your time for charity for. Yeah, or just, you know, even things like making posters for them for certain things to promote them, or, you know, just promoting them word of mouth, even though you've got not much to do with them, to try and increase the interest in the charity. That sort of thing is to how, you know, increase, you know, or give your energy to them. But yeah, so you might find that funds could be a little bit tight. Like I say, it's not telling me that you're lacking funds. It's just suggesting that you might feel like things are a little bit tight. If you do have a good lump sum, like I say, you know, spend it wisely. Try not to just release the money and spend it all at once in a particular place. Spend it wisely. Make sure that you're getting a good deal. Evaluate what it is that you want to buy. You know, business will resume as normal. So whether you've just finished a job, whether you're going into a job, whether you're taking some time off, you know, you'll get back into it. It's not really going to do much to you. And then, like I say, I mean, it very much, this could be, this Five of Cups, about that temporary, about your goals, not really. It's like they've how do I put it? I keep getting tongue tied. So it's like you've got a bit of a delay in achieving your goals, possibly because something, you've had to put a pause to it. Maybe you're feeling a bit run down. Maybe, like I say, you're going on holiday, so you're enjoying yourself while you're on holiday, so you've got to put things on pause for a minute. When I said earlier about potentially being self-employed, when you're self-employed and you go on holiday, you don't really earn an income, because what are you going to be earning an income off? If you're on holiday, you're not doing anything to earn an income. That's why I was saying potentially about being self-employed. But yeah, concentrate on what feels good, and don't forget to give to charities. Yeah, and if you do manage to navigate these changes that you can help do to improve your situation, we do have a Nine of Swords as an outcome. So the Nine of Swords is telling me that your finances will improve. If you have had certain losses, don't dwell on them. These losses could have something to do with money that you may have been erratically spending with regards to your emotions. It could potentially be that you may have suffered a loss. So maybe you've gone through a bit of grief and you're an emotional spender, and you've ended up spending a lot of money. Maybe you've had some inheritance come in, which is why it's telling me that you've got a lot of money. You've not got to worry about anything, but then you've not got the courage to save it or invest it. You're not looking at what's going on around you. You're not evaluating where you're spending it. Again, not really evaluating where you're spending it. You're just kind of spending it willy-nilly. And then here it's telling you to, you know, deal with it wisely. You know, life will go back to normal at some point. You just need to bear in mind it's only a temporary delay, and it will continue. But don't forget to give. But yeah, so there with that Nine of Swords, again, it's going to improve once that temporary delay is over. It will improve, but don't dwell on things that you've lost. So if you've already spent a load of money, try not to dwell on the fact that you may have lost that money. At the end of the day, when you did it, you thought it was for the best thing, so it made you happy, it cheered you up. If it's something where you spent money on a large purchase, I've done it before. You know, sometimes you need to. Now we do have a Two of Swords that's come out to the side to clarify. We get 2 more cards, please, Spirit. Okay, so it's given me 4 cards. It's a nice fit. So we've got the Two of Swords, we've got the Nine of Swords in the reverse, the Temperance in the reverse. We've also got the Strength card in the upright and the Six of Swords in the reverse. So that Two of Swords then. So your Two of Swords is saying that you might find it a little bit of a challenge to think over your investments, but it is something that you do need to do. So any money that you're going to spend out on, you do need to look at it and really kind of decide, is that the best place for you to be spending that money? You know, you need to be evaluating it properly and deciding if it's what you really should do. This is telling me, with the Temperance, it is telling me that don't look at other people's goals. Stick with your own. Don't deviate from your goals. You know what it is that you want, but just bear in mind that others will try and influence you to go by their goals. When I was, what I mean by that is, if you're going to go and buy a holiday, for instance, you've got the estate agents that will try and sell you everything because their goal is to get commission. You know, if your goal is to go away for a cheap holiday, and their goal is to try and sell you all the extras because they want all the extra commission for it. They don't want to sell you the cheapest holiday. So make sure you're sticking with your goals. Same as if you want a nice TV or a decent TV. Maybe you're somebody that, you know, like I was saying earlier, you might be somebody that looks at something and goes, right, you can't get a good TV for less than £2,000. Well, if you know that you want a brand new TV and you want a certain, I don't know, is it pixels or whatever the TV, oh, I can't even think of what you call it. Is it like 4K and HD and all of that sort of stuff? Whatever it is that you decide you want from a TV, you know, you can do some research and find where's the best place to get it and what's the best prices. When you get there, you might find that the salesman tries to sell you something else because it's going to cost them more because they're going to get some commission, you know? So it's like doing your own research and sticking to your goals. So if you've got a particular, you know, price in mind, don't exceed it. If you've got people trying to sell you extra stuff because they want the commission from it, they'll still get the commission from the sale. They just won't get the extra commission, and they're still going to get paid. Because don't most of them have an hourly salary anyway? It's not in the UK that you don't get just commission based pay. If you do, I didn't think that was legal anymore. So, you know, there might be certain things that they need to deal with. Now we've also got the Nine of Swords. That's in the reverse. Again, it's saying stop dwelling on those losses. You've got that Nine of Swords here. So potentially you have been dwelling on them a little bit. You need to have the strength and courage to move on. You'll have success if you do have that strength and courage. So stop dwelling on it and be strong and courageous in order to be successful in your work. The Six of Wands is telling me that you also need to look towards people that are successful. Maybe you're not currently doing that, but you need to look towards people who already have what you want and see how they got there. You might not know people that have got where you want to get. So again, it might be something where you need to do a bit of research in order to find who they are and you know, research online, or you know, trying to think of the ways to research online pretty much, isn't it? To find out how they got to where they got, to see if there's anything you can take away from that. If it's something where you see a particular person at work that you admire because of how well they got to their position or how quickly they got to their position at work, you could potentially ask them for some tips or ask them to be a mentor. But yeah, so it does suggest that you do potentially need to look at others to help you gain whatever success it is that you are trying to achieve as well. Right, so let's get you an Angel of Abundance Oracle card. Spirit, can we get an Angel of Abundance Oracle card, please, for for Sagittarius. Oh, I don't know where Scorpio come from then. Okay, so successful funding. Your idea is divinely guided and supported by the same infinite wisdom of God that gave you the idea. Do not allow money concerns to prevent you from turning it into reality. Crowdfunding, partnerships and other investments are available to help you. So like we're saying, if it is something where you have lost a job and you're going to start doing something self-employed, you know, there is funding available if you are lacking suitable money. Invest any lump sum you may have got wisely. And if it's not quite enough, you know, you have got other ways of investing into it. I hope that has helped some of you Sagittariuses have an idea of what is what you can do to help improve your financial circumstances at the moment. If you did enjoy your reading today, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It will help push the reading to anybody that does need to hear it. Good luck with your finances, and thank you for joining me.